ASMR Salsa, back for another video. Got something a little bit different today. Today. I'm gonna do a little bit of a Zillow video. I've watched a few of these videos from multiple different creators, so if you've never seen one before, essentially what it is, they just sell a real estate on this website, and you can look at like high-end real estate if you want to get high-end real estate. You can also look at like cheaper houses or like middling real estate. But today we're gonna look at some large, expensive homes. And if you're not considering this expensive, then you're very, very wealthy. And that's awesome. But 90% of the people in the world probably extremely expensive. So what I'm gonna do is I think I have it set to 9 million or over. So any house is gonna be essentially massive. I'm just gonna go through houses that I like. We're currently looking at Colorado. I'm basically just gonna go through and click some of the bigger houses that I like. I think I'm gonna start off with this top one right here. Some photos might look like kind of fake. It's because they take these like AI generated kind of photos. I don't think they're all real. So if we don't like one of them or we don't like the look of some of the photos, I'll just switch to another house and we'll just start looking through that because I want to have stuff to talk about and I want it to be interesting. So if the photos aren't good and we can't really see anything interesting in the house, I'm just gonna move on because I want it to be stuff that I can talk about, make the video more interesting. People that aren't just gonna be falling asleep and want to actually hear the whispers and what I'm talking about. So this one right here is 10 beds, 10 baths, 14,000 square feet. Wow. I don't think I could ever live in a house this large, but I would enjoy it for a definite period of time, that's for sure. Imagine the maintenance it takes to like maintain a house this large. Imagine the work you need to do. So this one is 24 million, 24 million, 24 million, 24 million dollars. That's insane. Imagine the taxes on that. We all love taxes. So 14,000 square feet, as I said, 10 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. As you can see, there's a really nice pool, and there's like this sort of like shrubbery, nice flowers here. I wonder if the flowers come with the house. These are like purchased by the previous owner. They're like, nah, you're not taking those flowers. $20 million house, we want the flowers back. I really hope not. This chandelier is probably like $5,000. Chandeliers are insanely expensive in these like high-end homes. They're like made of crystal. I think they're handmade, some of them, which makes them like insanely expensive. I really like this wood style. I like how everything's made of this like nice wood. I really like the wood cabin look with these really nice homes that are in the mountains. Imagine just how nice it feels of pulling up to this home with all this wood, the forestry outside. You probably can hear the birds, and it's probably so relaxing, like an ASMR vacation. Every single time you go into your house. I mean, I presume that somebody who owns this home probably owns multiple homes. I doubt they enjoy this year round, but if they do, that would be pretty awesome. Wow, look how nice this is. It's beautiful. Insanely beautiful. Hopefully my face isn't cutting off too much of this. This is really, really nice. Mountain, like a pond here. You got this. Wow, this is just so nice. I really like this window layout. It's not like one giant window. It sort of has like multiple little windows, which I do like. Again, some outside exterior shots. This looks like a workout basement or something. It's like a garage by the looks of it. Stream, they have like a pond and a stream. this place is really nice. This feels like it'd be worth 24 million because of just how much like it's so nice, so much property, all this stuff. It's so nice, and then the wood design of everything. I can imagine the wood design with expensive prices of everything nowadays. Must be really expensive to build a house this large in wood. As you can see, it's all wood, like these doors. This must be an elevator in here. So that's pretty cool. Nice shower. Nothing too crazy. And oh, this looks pretty cool. This stone. What is this? Like stone? Honestly, hard to tell, but it's like slate. Is that what that's called? Like, this wood really looks nice. It reminds me of camping. So that's pretty cool. I'm sure people use this as like a summer vacation home or something like that. I know that seems insane, but if you have that kind of money, I'm sure this is not your only house. Really, yeah, they have a gym. I figured the gym would actually be larger, considering I'm guessing they just don't focus on that. Looks like more of a, so you would have like a bunch of families or have like your kids. Because they have like a pool, looks like a changing room here for the pool. There's like sauna. It just looks like more of like a camping location for like you and your family. Big tub here. This must be like the master. This is a massive shower. This must be like the master bedroom or main bedroom here. This looks like a bunk bed here. Wow, if this is the theater room. Theater room. Theater room. It's really cool. And whenever I look at houses like this, me and my girlfriend are usually like big fan of looking at homes that are like quite expensive and looking at nice architecture and things like that. You know, we could really appreciate like a nice home with, you know, a pool and that sort of thing, and we just think it's really cool. The look of that sort of thing, like, you know, like different designs and interior decoration, that sort of thing. So that's all there is for that. I'm gonna switch to another house now. Look at this one, $60 million. It's unreal. This one again, 14,000 square feet, has 12 bathrooms, 7 bedrooms. Wow, this one looks like a modern, very modern looking house. Chandelier is incredible. So, you know, these photos, I'm not sure they look, must be real, these ones. But sometimes the photos can look almost AI generated. Because I think sometimes they post the photos before the build's actually completed. And it's just a bunch of photos of a house that is technically not completed, so you can't really actually see it. This is really cool, this exterior, what is this, like this kind of middle garden area with this like structures here. The way the structures on this house is super interesting. I wonder if like this is just a walkway here, or if there's like water in there or something, because I know that could be water. I like these windows as well, long windows. Oh, so there's not any more photos. That's not good. There's not many photos of that one. Keep going down here. If I can find anything else that jumps out at me. This one, pretty cool. 13,000 square feet. And this one is a very modern looking house. This is the sort of style that I really like. It has a very modern look. A lot of large windows. It's almost square. I like that sort of square look. That is like gray. I really like the gray tones. I really like that modern gray tone look. This one is 75 million. Massive property. Massive modern. It's in the middle of this mountain. It looks insane. They have a fire pit. They have a pool. I mean, you're paying 75 million. You probably want to have a lot of features. Probably expect a lot of features. From the road, it doesn't even look that crazy. The back side of it is absolutely massive. They have this giant walkout wall. You can actually just fold the wall and then just look out into the mountains. This would be incredible. The view is incredible. glasses on right now, which makes it a lot harder for me to actually see the quality of the photos. But wow, look at the size of this sauna. That's unbelievable. I mean, 75 million, I'd expect you to have something like that, but it's pretty insane to see it bathed up in here. Another bathtub. These bathtubs are massive. Um, let's check out something a little bit cheaper. Let's see. So it's 45 million, 75 million. You know, 45 is a little bit lower, not by much. I really like these houses that are like buried in the woods. Most of these houses are in the mountains, but I really like these ones that are like buried deep in the woods. I feel like with like these houses, you can have these like shrubbery and streams, and you can kind of live like off grid almost. It feels like it's, as you can see, it's covered up almost. It's not really, the person's kind of living in the shadows. It's a $45 million property. It's triple garage here. It looks like a mansion. Really beautiful house. This is something that I feel like is in that like, it's not modern, but it's not really like old. It is made of like that kind of like stone rock, but a lot of that stone rock look on the outside. But I believe this house is not that old by the looks of it. But again, it could be fairly old. I believe you can look at that, but I'm not going to. There's like a hot tub there. Theater room. Yeah, it does look a little bit older on the inside, so maybe it's older than I think it is. But there's very modern features clearly. This again, master bedroom that just looks off into this mountain, like mountains and sunrise. And I'm imagining the sun coming up around here somewhere. I presume they made it that way on purpose. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I would imagine so. Just imagine if you have a guest bedroom here, have somebody just looking out into this. It's incredible. Incredible property. And it's unbelievable to think that someone out there buys these houses and then gets to wake up in the morning and actually go and smell the air. Everything is just, it's such a nice property. Definitely want to save your money if you want to buy a house like this, folks. Save your money because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need to pay those taxes. But no, it's funny. My girlfriend always says, like, you know, you could be surprised the kind of house you can buy if you just budget correctly, and I totally agree with her. You know, it just takes discipline, proper budgeting, and making a decent living with two people in a household, and you never know, you might be able to buy a house that you didn't expect. Obviously, $20 million is extreme, but you can buy some pretty nice homes for $1 million, you know. Not as nice as you used to be able to, and in Canada, they're definitely not as easily found. You have to be looking in the right places, and you can't really buy a home in this city for like $1 million now. I think in Vancouver, $1 million barely gets you a house like inside the city, because $1 million Vancouver is not worth as much as it is in some other places in Canada. Now, if you just spend $1 million in like an area outside of the city, you know, in like a rural area, I'm sure you could buy a nice home for $1 million. But anyways, I'm getting a bit off topic. Let's check this out. This is pretty cool. It's a virtual tour. Let's see here. Oh wow, so you can look at these photos and then it shows you like each floor. Wow, this is really nice. I really like the look of these like really large mountain properties. I mean, pretty much every single one that we've had so far. This mountain sort of looking property that's like carved out of the side of a mountain and then built on top of. And it's like one of my favorite styles of homes. I don't know why. Maybe because I like to be secluded. I feel like me and my girlfriend would really like to just live off in the mountains somewhere with no one around, and it'd be really relaxing. I just imagine waking up and smelling like, you know, that fresh air smell, and just hearing like the rain in the on the leaves outside and on the trees, and I just imagine the wildlife, and I feel like it'd be a really peaceful place to live, you know, in the mountains. I'm gonna throw in some hand sounds there, so hopefully you're not caught off guard by those random hand sounds. This house is really nice. Like this little walkway here is even kind of cool with these like little, like, almost like doorways. Doesn't look very large. The house doesn't look very large. All the views are insane. The views are absolutely unbelievable. I mean, which makes sense because every single house we've seen so far is like that. This must be, wow. So this is also part of the property, I guess. Whatever that even is. It's like a whole nother smaller house, like a workout area or something. Pretty cool. Okay, let's go back at a different house. Yeah. I think I'm gonna look at something like this. This one's 25 million, 10,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 8. This was more of like again, like an older style kind of house that's just very large. It's got that like kind of stone look. It's multiple. This is almost like a barn, a ranch style house. The interior looks a lot more modern than I was expecting it to look. The photos are so nicely done. I'm guessing that makes sense because you're selling a house worth, 20, 30, 40 million dollars. You want to have some nice photos, obviously. Yeah, I like these stone houses. They look they look like mansions, and if I'm gonna buy a $25 million home, I want it to look like a mansion. I want people to think I live in a mansion because you spend $25 million, it's basically a mansion. I see a snow house down here. I'm gonna go check that one out next. Snow reminds me of ASMR. Snow, it really reminds me of like calm. I know it's really cold, and if you live in a warm climate, you probably don't like snow very much, but I'm telling you, it could be relaxing in some ways. It reminds me of like getting a hot chocolate, just with your girlfriend and like cuddling up and watching a movie or something. That's what it reminds me of. So I feel like that's like good vibes for me at least. I like this pool. It's a pretty large pool. 25 million. You have your own tennis court as well. The view from the back looks really large. For a second, you almost think this is another property, but this is the same property, and that's like the barn, I believe, on the side. I'm gonna check out this other one here. 17 million for this one. This one is 17.85 million, 10,000 square feet, 10 bedroom, or sorry, 10 bathroom, 8 bedrooms. This one's 17,000,085. This one looks nicer than the last one just because I think the snow makes the house pop. It makes you kind of look more at like all the focal points of the house. I feel like I really like this wood design again, like the way it's opened up here. The wood. I like this house a lot more than the last one. I can already tell the design just better for me. I like this open layout of here, this main lobby. My gosh, look how nice this view is right here. It's incredible, this view. Imagine just waking up every day and you look out these windows. You're waking up and watching your ASMR video, walking through the house. You pass out halfway through because you fall asleep because your house is so relaxing. Kitchen's not massive. This table's cool. They have a golf simulator as well. So if you're a golfer, definitely gonna like this one. These views are amazing. I can only imagine waking up every day and having a view like this. Incredible. Um, I'm just kind of quickly scrolling through because there's not too much to really say about some of these. The view is just insane, which I've said like 15 times now. 15 times. 15 times. But it really is incredible, so that's probably why. Oh wow, this little hot tub here. They have like a little exterior hot tub area. Secondary house slash barn. I'm guessing it's like kind of a barn. I believe this is it right here. That's like the full layout of the entire home, which I'm not going to look at because I just want to keep looking at houses. There is so many homes in Colorado that are massive. So this is I believe this is like some kind of travel experience where it's like you can hunt and that sort of thing. I'm not gonna go through that. That's kind of interesting, but not my thing today. Let's look at this one here. This one is 17 million. Quite small, but I'm gonna guess there's a lot of land involved. They have 400 acres of land, so it's a lot of land. They own a lot of land, I'm guessing. Do they own this airstrip here? I don't know why they would show the photos of planes. Maybe there's an airstrip close by. Look at this. So this is the house, and then the property is massive. You could just look out and see this massive mountain here. It's kind of flat. It's flatter here than the last couple houses we looked at, but there's still some mountains in the back. I like the other one much more. I'm sure this in the winter time would look really cool. That's why I said sometimes like the houses that are done in the winter time almost look better. And then there's just a random picture of a fish on that one. Like why? I'm sure people know that in Colorado you can go fishing. I don't think someone's spending, $20 million and they don't know that they could go fishing on their own property. This one is really, really nice as well. I like this modern look, as I said before. I like the fact that it's again in the mountain, in the side of the mountain. I like this open. You can open up this living room with this massive door here, massive window. Another really large pool. Hopefully you guys can hear the vehicle driving by. If you can, I'm sorry. Hopefully you like ASMR vehicle sounds. I'm sorry, but guys, I can't do anything about that. It's a bit loud trucks that they just make a bunch of noise. Everybody likes their loud vehicles, including myself sometimes. So can't get too mad, I guess. He just doesn't understand that we're making an ASMR video here, and we're trying to make people relax. We're trying to send people to sleep. You don't need that kind of negative, loud energy. Anyways, I really like this size of this pool. You could literally just swim laps in the pool, just back and forth all day long. That's probably what I would do. Just like get like some kind of TV out here or something. I feel like if you spend a lot of money on a house like this, you need to have an exterior TV. Then again, maybe you're just too busy because you have purchased a $40 million house, so you don't have time to watch TV all the time, which also would make a lot of sense. I'm just trying to find another house here. I think we'll look at one more property, and then I think we'll call it there. If you guys enjoy the video, if you guys like Zillow ASMR, if you guys like the idea of this video and you have some maybe locations that you want me to do video in, showcase some houses in that area, I could slow it down a little bit more. This is pretty fast paced for an ASMR video, I guess. I think I talk a little bit fast sometimes, so I'm trying to so that way the people that are trying to actually like lay down and listen to my videos can do that. It's not really about the entertaining, more helping you guys get the ASMR tingle and the sleep. So if you enjoyed this video, you enjoyed the Zillow, leave me a comment and let me know what location you would like me to look at next. The next video I do on Zillow, I'll check out some of the locations if you guys suggest them. I'm gonna check out one property. Let's check out this $40 million, 7,284 square feet, 7 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms, massive. 40 million is quite steep for a property of this size, I feel like, because as you've seen, the acres was very low, so it's not very large. It just looks very modern, I believe. Maybe the location is where these houses are just very expensive. Sometimes the location can affect the price a lot. So far, looks pretty standard. I'm gonna guess it's the location because to me there was nothing really here that stands out. 7,000 square feet is quite large. Pretty standard for some of the stuff we've seen. This is a pretty open layout here. Again, it's just very open. This double door here, it's very cool, very open. But for $40 million, I'm not sure I'm really loving this one. You guys, honestly, like, if you see this one, let me know what you think. That's 40 for 40 million. That feels really not great. I feel like some areas this house would cost you like $3 or $4 million, maybe even less. So that to me, that's not a big one I'm liking there. This one's 11 million, similar size. Again, it's so interesting how you can have a house that is worth $40 million that is the same size as a house that is worth 10 million. No, it's like, how is that even possible? Like, but it's possible. People, they buy and sell houses all the time, so you know it happens. The problem with houses that are this size is you have massive fees. I'm sure your lawyer fees are massive when you have to buy and sell a house of this size. So you don't really go around buying and selling a $30 million house very often because your realtor probably makes, $500,000 off of that. The lawyer makes, a couple $100,000. Whatever the case is, 50, 100,000. I'm sure the amount is very large because the value of the property is so high, meaning that people want a piece of that. They want a chunk of that. As you can see, this one's really cool too. 31 million. It's 5,000 square feet. It does not seem very large. It's a theater room. This one I like a little more than that $40 million property because it looks a little bit newer. It has that sort of a new open look. The design of it, maybe the interior design I like more, so that's why I like it more. I like how these windows are like massive. I like the look of it. It feels more open, even though it's not as large as some of the other ones that we've seen. But even this, there's not many photos. Like, it must be like a brand new build, and it must be in a very, very good area. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave me a comment, throw a like up there. Before I end the video, I just want to say, there is a person that left a comment on my video who I actually watch a lot of ASMR videos of from. Person is Collect and Play ASMR CNP. Just wanted to say that thanks to the comment. Nice just to have a comment from somebody who has their own following and is doing their own thing. I never would have expected someone that I watch or anything like that to comment and just say like, hey, keep posting some videos. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it was on one of my NBA videos. I like to play the NBA, so that was pretty cool as well. It was originally how I found his videos. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, and I really appreciate that. So thank you, man. Yeah, like I said, thank you guys for watching this far. If you've come this far, I'll see you guys next video.